Hey guys, thanks for coming back this week. I saw Seven Psychopaths starring Colin Farrell, Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, and let's see how many times I can mispronounce all the names this week. And let's not forget the Honorable Christopher Walken. This is With a K Review. I'm Victor. Let's get to it. So a long time ago I saw this movie called Very Bad Things, and it was like this really dark comedy, and that's what I kind of thought Seven Psychopaths was going to be. That it was going to be this off-kilter, kind of weird, dark comedy type of thing. The director of this movie is Martin McDowell, and in 2008 he had a movie called In Bruges, and it also starred Colin Farrell. And the reason that I'm mentioning this is that movie in 2008, it was actually nominated for an Academy Award and actually won a few awards before that. Now in this movie, Seven Psychopaths, it actually starts out with a bang. Actually, technically, two bangs. And then after that we meet Colin Farrell's character called Marty, and he's actually trying to write a screenplay. That's right, it's called Seven Psychopaths. Trust me, just hold on, there'll be cupcakes afterwards, I promise. Now if you saw my review of Total Recall, you know I wasn't too happy with Colin Farrell and that whole movie in general. If you want to check out the link over here, you can see the review on that one. Now don't get me wrong, Colin Farrell is actually a really good actor, and a lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people think he's the worst actor of our generation, but I would like to tell you that he's actually really, really good. Alexander, Miami Vice, Horrible Bosses, and the remake of Fright Night that was made about a year ago. That movie was awesome. Make sure to go out and rent that one. Now in the first 30 minutes of this movie, I wasn't really sure what was going on, and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to, if I wasn't supposed to. I kind of felt like really nothing was happening with all the characters. And there's so much talent in this movie. Everybody has such a great portfolio. I could actually go on for hours about each of these actors. You have Woody Harrelson. He started out on that TV series Cheers. He went to Natural Born Killers, and then he went to Zombieland. He was recently in a movie Rampart. He is the most diverse actor, going from different genres all the time, and possibly one of my most favorite actors. And then you have the man of the movie, you have Christopher Walken, everywhere from Pulp Fiction to Batman, The Prophecy. Those are just a few of these things that he's done in his past. He's a great actor, character actor. The guy is just, more cowbell. I need more cowbell. Now all of these actors should have me telling you in a very serious face, go see this movie right now or I swear you will get no cupcakes. And Sniper Cat will kill you. He's adorably deadly. The movie has Colin Farrell struggling to write the screenplay, and Sam Rockwell, who plays his friend in this movie, he's out stealing dogs. He ends up stealing a mobster's dog who's played by Woody Harrelson, and Woody Harrelson does do a good job as the mob boss. But when he does that, he starts mixing in with Christopher Walken's character, who's trying to pay for his wife's cancer treatments. Now by saying all this, there should be a lot happening in this movie, and there is. There are things that happen in the movie, the characters interact, but it just takes a really, really long time for things to happen, and that's what really bothered me about this movie. Even after the movie, I really wasn't sure what type of review to give it. It took me a couple days here to really kind of sit down and think about this film. Was I supposed to understand what was happening? Was I supposed to take a little bit of time and think about it and then have the movie affect me in a different way? Was I just not supposed to get it and that was the point of the entire movie? Now just so you know, I really like the way Woody Harrelson did his character, the psycho mobster, and I really like the way Christopher Walken did his character. In this movie, there are a lot of backstories to all the different psychopaths that are there, and it goes through and it explains, all the different backstories and all what people are and how they connect. And I was kind of confused at times on who was who and what was what, and then it just seemed to lag a lot in the movie. The explanations were there, but it just seemed to take a long time to get from each explanation, and about, almost towards the end of it, I was just like, is anything actually going to happen in this particular movie? So if I was supposed to be frustrated in this movie, if I was supposed to not really get who was going where and what, maybe I was supposed to give the movie a 3.5K review because it succeeded. It confused me. But along with my confusion, I'm also really frustrated with the movie that it took so long to explain everything, and now I want to give it a skinny 2K review. I'm also wondering if this movie just completely flew over my head. I have no idea what was going on whatsoever, and now I need to do this. That's a pretty good cupcake. So what I'm going to tell you at the end of this review is that you should go see this movie if you like the actors that are in it. If you like movies that kind of are a little slower and explain a lot, but just kind of throw themselves around and you don't really understand what's going on, and then by the end you develop your own opinion about it and you understand it, then you go see this movie. Go see it in theaters for a cheap price. When it comes out on video, rent it. This one, I think, just flew over my head, and I didn't understand it. And there were a lot of things that kind of bothered me in it, so I think with that combination of all of that, I just have to say, this is one movie that Victor didn't understand. A lot of people are laughing right now. Thanks guys again for watching my show, and I really appreciate all the subscribers and everything that I have. I appreciate everybody and everybody who just stops by. And you know what? Before I go, I have something very important to tell you. Cupcakes are awesome. And remember, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. Thanks guys.